Hey everyone, have a fantastic day, scoop-de-whoop-poop-doop, #Kanye tweet. Social media is a powerful tool, and the best thing about it is that it gives everyone a voice. And we've always known that one person can make a big difference, but social media has brought that to a whole other level and shown that you never know what might just happen when you send out a tweet. Here are 10 social media posts that changed the world. Number 10 is there's a plane in the Hudson. On January 15th, 2009, a picture and caption were tweeted out that would later be referenced by Jack Dorsey, Twitter's CEO and co-founder, as one that changed the platform, as well as the way that people receive the news forever. The tweet itself was by Janice Crumbs, who wrote that he was on a ferry on his way to rescue 155 people on a plane that had just made an emergency landing on the Hudson River. Flight 1549 had just left LaGuardia Airport in New York when it hit a flock of birds, knocking out both engines. Captain Sully Sullenberger made an incredible water landing that has been dubbed the most successful ditching in aviation history, saving every single person on board. The amazing event made Sullenberger a legend and skyrocketed Twitter's popularity. Man, half the time I can't even walk up the stairs without tripping and falling, and this guy landed a plane on water. This guy deserves props. Number 9 is the most retweeted. On March 2nd, 2014, Ellen DeGeneres nearly broke the internet with her all-star Oscar selfie. She held the title of the most retweeted tweet for over 3 years. That is, until some random kid got hungry and wanted chicken nuggets. I do not blame him, I love myself a good nug. On April 5th, 2017, 16-year-old high school senior Carter Wilkerson jokingly tweeted at Wendy's restaurant's official Twitter account asking how many retweets he'd need to get free chicken nuggets for a whole year. The company responded jokingly with 18 million retweets, so Carter's quest was on. Though he only had about 150 followers to begin with, he got about 50,000 retweets overnight, and within a few weeks, he actually passed Ellen's Oscar selfie, which got him an appearance on the host's talk show, and showed the world that you don't need to be super famous to set amazing records. Man, this guy just became the Oprah of chicken nugs. You get a chicken nug, you get a chicken nug, everybody gets chicken nugs! Number 8 is check your selfie. From personal experience, I can tell you that there's no better way to get your message across to people than through social media like Instagram. It's especially good if what you're promoting is truly helpful to them, which is why Keep Abreast, a non-profit organization that's located in Carlsbad, California, chose Instagram for its Check Your Selfie campaign. The goal was to encourage young adults to perform monthly self-breast checks and explain why it's important to detect potential issues early. And it was simple. It called upon people to pledge that they'd be diligent so conditions like breast cancer would take even fewer people away from us. There's no way to quantify how many lives were saved due to the popularity of the Check Your Selfie campaign, but it's fair to say that the movement was proof that social media can be used for incredible life-changing things. That's brilliant. We should start a campaign called Don't Be Nuts, where you check monthly for men's stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be poppin'. Number 7 is #Year in Space. More of an in-depth documentation of the human condition than a simple social media campaign, NASA's Year in Space was a huge hit with anyone wondering what it's like to live in zero gravity and off-world. Millions of people were constantly glued to the tweets of astronaut Scott Kelly, who was the commander of the International Space Station. He tweeted back and forth with a number of famous individuals, including President Barack Obama, which drew even more people to follow his endeavors. Kelly's posts put the love of all things space related into the hearts of even more young people, to the delight of NASA. Both the hashtags and posts were so powerful that the entire thing was named one of the most influential social media campaigns of 2016. Though some say that it could be in one of the top spots for all time. No kidding, this campaign was out of this world. Get a comedy writer, Matt. Number 6 is Arab Spring. What you post can have a bigger and more profound effect on the world than you initially realize, especially if what your post calls for is a political uprising. During the Arab Spring, the common name for the series of revolutions, demonstrations, and other uprisings in the Middle East and Northern Africa, social media was a huge factor in organizing gatherings and the spreading of awareness of a more free world. Events began unfolding on December 18, 2010 with the Tunisian Revolution, a campaign of civil resistance which resulted in finally bringing in a democratic government. Imagine a single Facebook post over here leading to a complete regime change over there. Countless demonstrations were held which successfully helped remove the leaders of Egypt, Yemen, and Libya. Well, sometimes all that complaining on Facebook can actually make a difference. Number 5 is the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. In the summer of 2014, a popular trend was making the rounds through social media, with a good cause attached to it. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was apparently started by former Boston College baseball player Pete Frates, who was diagnosed with the disease in 2012. Most of you, of course, remember this. It involves having cold water with ice in it dumped on a person's head, who then challenges 3 others to perform it or else donate to ALS research. Millions of people participated, posting videos to YouTube and Facebook, challenging their friends, family, or even celebrities. If you're looking for evidence that social media can positively change the world, then look no further than the $115 million already raised for the ALS Association and research being done to combat Lou Gehrig's disease, all by the challenges put forth by the millions of people just like you. Who knew that a little frostbite could do so much good? Number 4 is the marriage equality celebration. On June 26, 2015, the United States Supreme Court ruled in favor of marriage equality, declaring that all bans against same-sex marriage were illegal in America. It was an amazing moment for us as human beings, no matter what your sexual orientation, but what really made the collective mouths of the world drop open was the incredible ways in which some of the Earth's biggest companies showed their support through social media. From American Airlines to T-Mobile to Visa and even Smirnoff Vodka, brands took to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to declare that love is love and equality is key. This massive outpouring brought so much attention to the ruling that it's really hard to call on which was the most important. But when it was announced by the then President Barack Obama on Twitter, it was truly a day that many will never forget. That's wonderful. I've always loved me a good rainbow. Just tickles me in the happy place. Number 3 are the Egypt elections. Before social media, whatever events took place in faraway countries that weren't related to international sports or synced up with Sarah McLachlan songs really didn't have any impact on North Americans' day-to-day lives. But now, when history is made like it was in Egypt in 2012, we can all appreciate it. For the first time in nearly 7,000 years, millions turned up at polling stations, many for the first time, and democratically elected a new president to replace the one that was kicked out in the previous revolution. When the first post showing a picture of an ink-covered Egyptian's finger and a ballot hit Twitter, the world seemed to collectively smile. History was being made. Everything was changing, and the country's excitement was felt around the globe. Who knew that you could change the world with a little ink and a couple of ballots? That's my Joker impression. Just laying that on you. Needs a little more work? Okay. Number 2 is hashtag Black Lives Matter. On February 26, 2012, 28-year-old George Zimmerman was patrolling near his Sanford, Florida home when he came across 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, who was visiting his relatives in the area. Somehow, a physical altercation occurred, and Zimmerman ended up ending the teenager's life. Though he was arrested for murder, Zimmerman was acquitted on July 13, 2013, on the grounds that he acted in self-defense. Shortly after, activist and author Alicia Garza posted an inspiring message on Facebook, drawing attention to the racial disparities in America and stating that Black Lives Matter. And it wasn't long before the first of millions of posts began popping up on various social media platforms with the hashtag Black Lives Matter, and it became one of the biggest social media movements of all time. And number 1 is the Boston bombing police updates. On April 15, 2013, 2 extremists set off a pair of explosions along the route of the Boston Marathon. They did an incredible amount of damage and injured over 264 people. According to the Pew Research Center, around 26% of Americans kept up with the story thanks to social media posts, many of them being made by the Boston Police Department. This became another silver lining reminder that social media can be an effective and important news outlet. So now, when terrible things happen, the go-to source for the latest information will be your local police station's Twitter and Facebook pages. So whether it's good or bad, let your voice be heard, because you never know. You could change the world. Thank you so much to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this video. Dollar Shave Club doesn't just have razors as you might think. They actually have all your grooming products. From toothpaste to body wash and even hairstyling products, everything you need to look and feel your best. Check that out. Ooh, that is some clean product right there. Who knew? Pretty cool, right? They have the best in-class products for less than best-in-class prices. Personally, I use their products and they're really high quality. And Dollar Shave Club is basically giving away their Daily Essentials starter set to new members for only $5. This starter set features 3 trial-sized versions of their most popular products that help you stay fresh and clean, along with their executive razor. This thing is real solid quality. In your first box, you'll receive the shave butter body wash in One Wipe Charlie's. They're butt wipes, they're nice. You'll also receive their executive razor, which includes their premium weighty handle and a full cassette of cartridges. After the first box, replacement cartridges are sent for only a few bucks a month. This $5 offer is available right now at dollarshaveclub.com/Matthew. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Matthew. So go in the description right now and sign up for it. And that, along with all other important links, are of course in the description below. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye.